Guys, how are we today? For today's video I thought we would have a quick chat about my no-buy temptations for January. So far my no-buy has been going pretty well, makeup wise and home decor wise. Like I mentioned in my no-buy challenge video, I haven't spent anything, so I'm sticking to the no-buy. I haven't had any slips in that area at the moment, but I have been tempted. So whenever I have been tempted, I have been writing things down. Now I do have a full list here of trends and, sorry, that is really bright there, so trends and my wish list for things that I would like to buy. Now a few of those have been on my wish list since before my no-buy started, but that has been in line with the rules of my low-buy from last year. So a few of the rules from my no-buy were for any new releases. I had to wait 3 months before buying them, and this was mainly to ensure that if there was something that I liked the look of when it first came out, that I wanted to make sure that I really truly still liked it at the end of the 3 months, and that it was going to be worth my while, that I would have that 3 months to think about how I would use that product, and not just to, oh my god, I want that, let's go out and buy it. I'm like, no, I want to make sure that I really, really, really want it, that I'm thinking about it every week, that it hasn't just fallen off of the radar. There are a couple of things that are on my list that have been on there since last year, and one of them I was looking at, I'm like, oh yeah, right, I see that pop up on Instagram just about every day, and I still think that I would like it and it would be nice to have, but I'm not desperate for it. So having that rule in place has definitely helped, and I think that whether or not I continue on a no-buy after this 6 months, whether I just switch back to a low-buy, I will still have that rule in place for that reason. The other rule that I do have is that I need to wait 1 month before buying a new phase product. So whether or not this is something that has been out for a while, so it's not a new release, but it's something that it's been out for a while, but I've just come across it and I really do want it, I have to wait that 1 month. And that's still for that period to say, yes, I would still like that. I am still going to use it, but to give myself that time to kind of, if I forget about it, then it's no big deal. So a lot of the things that were, actually it was something else that was on my list from last year as well, that I've thought about it maybe a handful of times since I've started on my no-buy. So that's only, 4 weeks. So I'm only at the end of January now, and it is still something that I would like to have, but I'm well aware that I do have other things in my drawer that are very, very similar to that, and it is something that, yes, I will go out and buy that eventually when it comes back in stock, because every time I go to get it, it's out of stock. But I'm going to try and use up everything that I can in my drawer first that fits the same kind of role. So another rule that I do have is with replacement items. So here are the rules again. Feel free to pause this. I'm going to try and get it in the frame as well as I can. I'm sorry the lighting is really bad at the moment. One of the rules that I did have was for replacement items like lipsticks, because I do have so many. If I wanted to buy one, I had to use up or declutter 5. But out of those 5, I had to use at least 3. So if I want one lipstick, 5 items have to go. Now that can be a lip liner and a lip balm and, say 3 lipsticks. But then if I need a new lip balm, if I need a new lip balm and I only have one there, I can go and buy that because it is a replacement. But if I have 2 lip balms in my drawer, I use up one, that can count as one of the ones that has been used. So if I use up another 2 lip items, get rid of 2, you know, a lip gloss and a lip liner, that's fine. I can go and buy one item. But at this stage, because I'm on the no buy, that no longer applies. But that will come into effect when I stop the no buy and switch back to a low buy. Because one of the items that has been on my list for a long time is the Flower Beauty lipstick in Spiced Petal. Now, I have heard that this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, I can't remember the name of it now, but one of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and seeing a lot of her new videos coming out and new makeup that's being released, it has kind of brought that back into my mind. I'm like, yes, I would really love to get that. Unfortunately, they don't sell Charlotte Tilbury anywhere near me. I don't even think they sell it in Australia, which is a little disappointing, but I know that if they had it here, I would probably go out and buy that as well. So I'm going to start out with the dupes first. Maybe one day if I go on holidays somewhere where they sell it, I might pick it up then. We'll see how we go. So there are a couple of items that have been on my list from last year, and one of those was the Flower Beauty lipstick. Another was the Colourpop lipstick, a watch that is called a Stardust watch. You can find them on Instagram at Stardust Watches, and they are absolutely beautiful. They've got lots of different colours, and I don't think I could ever pick between the colours. There's 3 or 4 that I absolutely love. But that's been on my list for a long time, and I think it will probably stay on the list because I have a watch. It was very expensive. I would love to have a second watch that didn't cost nearly as much as my first one, but because I don't wear my watch at the moment as much as I would like, I don't see the point in having a second or third watch. So other items that have been tempting me this month, so every time I look at the list, I do think, oh yes, I still want that, yes, I still want that, but it's a bit odd because it's not they're not the kind of products and items that I'm thinking about every day going, I have to have it, I have to have that Flower Beauty lipstick, I have to have the Tarte palette, I have to have the Stardust watch. It's nothing like that. The type of things that I have those feelings for are all new releases, which is why I did make the rule I have to wait 3 months before I buy any new releases. And I have a feeling that a couple of the things on my list will still probably be on my list at the end of the 3 months because I don't have anything like them. Now, the thing this month that has tempted me the most are the e.l.f. mini eyeshadow quads. Now, when I saw the Fenty Beauty magnetized little 6-pan palettes, I really liked those, but when I was looking at all of the swatches and all of the colors together, I didn't really see any that, you know, seemed like my kind of palettes. I think there was maybe one, and all the others, there was maybe only 1 or 2 standout shades from each palette that I would absolutely love. I thought there's not really any point in buying a 6-pan palette for 1 or 2 colours. So when I saw the e.l.f. mini eyeshadow quads come out, I quite liked majority of them. And maybe it's because I only own one small palette. The majority of the others are roughly this size or bigger. So at least, you know, 12 or 15 pans. And I only own one that's a 6-pan. So I did also find that I loved the colours. There was a palette that had all greens. There was one that had like a bluey mauve, and there was another that was just golden browns. I have golden colours, I have orange colours, I have brown colours in my palettes and my collection. I don't really feel that I had anything that was similar to what I was seeing in a lot of those quads. And to start with, it was mainly the pops of, there was one that was like browns and a pop of blue, and that blue was just absolutely beautiful. Now I know that I only have maybe 2 or 3 blue eyeshadows in all of the palettes that I have, and the same with greens. And the greens that I have were not anywhere near what was in those little mini quads, and they're the type of colours that I was looking to get from my singles when I do eventually purchase a Colourpop build your own palette, and if I buy singles from anywhere, they're the type of colours that I definitely want, because I don't have anything like them. And I feel like at the moment I'm stuck with nudes and neutrals and a few pinks and purples. There are a couple of, you know, reasonably colourful eyeshadow palettes that I do have there, and there's a few colours in them, but nothing like what's in those quads. And I think that the little colour stories in each quad are really beautiful, and the swatches that I've seen of those colours are beautiful. So that will be one of the things that I'm praying does come to Australia, and that I will definitely be keeping my eye out for. I have the date written down for when I have first noticed those. I do that with all the items on my wish list so that once the 3 months are up, I'm aware of what they are. One of the things that I don't want happening is at the end of my no-buy period for me just to go out and buy everything on my wish list. So it will be something that I'll be keeping a very good look at, and I don't know, just seeing where I can go once my no-buy period has finished, see whether or not I still like them. There are a few that I like more than others, so I do like Berry Bad, Pumpkin Pie, Acai, and Hot Jalapeno. Sorry, I have them written down here. And the others I do still like as well, and the more I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that. But I don't know if I'm still in the honeymoon phase. The it's new, I want it kind of phase, which a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I do see popping up on Instagram, you know, Trend Mood, Beauty News, I look at them, I'm like, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. But all of these eyeshadow quads I can see myself using. So the next things on my list were the Colourpop Blush Crush and Sweetest Thing lip tints. So the Blush Crush palette and the Sweetest Thing lip tints, which it's a pink palette. I love pinks, and I don't think I have anything like that in any of the palettes that I do have. I have maybe a couple of similar shades, but they're all spread across all of the different palettes that I have. So maybe I'll try and sit down and work out how I can dupe the vibes and see if I can find similar shadows spread across all of them, and then that way I don't need to, you know, want that one as much as I do. I can look at it and go, yes, I have, you know, 7 or 8 out of those. That's good enough. I can live with the ones that I have. I don't actually own any of the Colourpop lip tints, which I'm not sure whether or not I would like the idea of them. I've had one before from a different brand years ago, and it was okay, but to me it was just a bit big for my lip size, and it used to tend to get everywhere. So it is on the list because I do like the colours, but we're going to see whether or not it stays on the list or whether or not it works its way into my cart once my no-buy is finished. I'd say most likely it will still stay on the list. I'm still in the honeymoon phase with those releases at the moment. The next thing, which is also Colourpop, is the Luxe Velvet Lipsticks. And when I first saw the colours, I was a bit, I'm not quite sure about that. Then I saw the swatches, and there are a couple of the duo packs that I do like. I do like the Hazy Baby, Puff Mummy, and Lofty Goals duos. If I had just seen these and never used any of the Luxe lipsticks, I don't think I would have been interested in them. But I do have one of the Colourpop Luxe liquid lipsticks. It's the Flynn colour, I did mention this in one of my previous videos, and I wore it a couple of weeks ago, last week, and I love the formula. I mean, I love all of the ColourPop, well, majority of the ColourPop lipsticks that I do have. The lippy sticks I do find a little bit drying. Maybe that's just because they're all still fairly new and I'm just still trying to work my way through like the top layer. Maybe I need to swatch it a fair bit to get to the creamy goodness inside. But the other two lipsticks that I do have, actually I have 3 of them? No, I have more than that. I have 6 lipsticks and 3 lippy sticks and 1 of the Luxe liquid lips. I do love all of the standard lipstick formulas as well as that Luxe liquid lipstick formula. It just went on absolutely perfect. And when I was looking at all those colours, I was like, oh yes, I love those 3 duos. There were a couple of others I'm like, oh yeah, that would be alright, but it wasn't really wowing me. And as much as I do like the look of these, I don't think that they're wowing me that much either. They're tempting me, I'm like looking at them going, oh, that would be nice. But I have so many lip products at the moment that I'm fairly certain I have colours that are similar. I do have quite a lot of nude colours in my drawer, and I don't think that it's the type of thing I would need to go out and, or even want to go out and buy until I work my way through at least 3 or 4 of the nudes that I have in my drawer. The last thing that I do have on my list is something that I have been tagged in a couple of days ago by my cousins, and it's actually a website called Undead Ink, and ink is in INC, and they do have a lot of kitschy kind of things. They do sell some makeup, they do a lot of, you know, clothes, shoes, bags, accessories, that type of thing, and they do have Harry Potter makeup bags, which I'm a Harry Potter fan, I'm a Harry Potter kid, I grew up with it, I'm rereading the books now at the moment. I have actually right beside me Harry Potter heat changing coasters, which it's that hot in my room at the moment that they've changed colour. So when I saw these Harry Potter makeup bags, I was like, oh my god, I love it, I love it, I love it, I want it. You know, they've got the Harry Potter wand makeup brushes and everything. Everything on the website was just so cute, and I'm like, oh, I love it all. It's just beautiful. It's Disney, it's Harry Potter, it's everything. But I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, what should I get? What should I get? And I'm like, oh no, wait, I'm on a no-buy. I can't get anything. Maybe I'll just put this on the wish list. And it's the type of thing that I'm like, oh, yeah, I have to put something on the wish list. Do I really want it that much? I don't need it. I have makeup bags. Well, I don't. I have like a big travel case, and I have maybe one little makeup bag that I can use for when I go anywhere, but I don't go anywhere. So I don't need makeup bags. I don't need makeup bags because I have a massive drawer set up and a desk and like a beauty vanity table. I don't need them, but they're just so cute, and I don't think that they'll stay on the list, because I think that whenever I look at this list that it's just going to remind me, I'm like, oh, I should look at the website and see what else they've got. So there have been a few other things that have been tempting me, and I think that I need to sit down and redefine the rules of my low buy, because I have been finding that no, I haven't bought any makeup, no, I haven't bought any beauty items. I have bought 2 skincare items, but they were replacements. I have transferred my tendencies to spend from makeup and from beauty over to clothing, which was not intentional, but since January 1 I have been shopping 5 times for clothes, and I don't think that's necessary. So I think that I need to sit down and redefine the rules of my no buy. and clarify some things. So there's not really any point in me cutting back on my spending from makeup and beauty and transferring it over to some other area. The whole point of going on the no buy was to curb my tendencies and try and save for emergencies and for a new car and, you know, a few other bits and pieces. And so far that hasn't happened because I've still been going out, I've still been spending. I've even been into a Mecca and Priceline, and I don't think I've been to Sephora yet. Yes, I looked. Yes, I swatched. No, I didn't buy anything, but on those same days I went to clothing shops and I bought. Whether it was for me or whether it was for my daughter, I still spent money that I didn't necessarily need to. So there have been a lot of temptations this month, and I will be sitting down to redefine my no buy, and I'll keep you updated with how that is going, and if there are any other temptations for next month, I'll be writing them down and keeping you updated then. Hopefully by next month I will have some progress on how I'm going with the no buy in general and my new rules. But until then, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.